Hello, and welcome to The Narrow Path. Today, we're going to dive into the fundamentals of what it truly means to follow Christ. When he says, "I am the truth, the life, and the way," people often miss what this really means. When he says, "I am the way," not only is he telling us that through him can we have everlasting life, but he's also telling us the way in which he lived. We find in Matthew 22:37, Jesus clearly tells us the two most important commandments above all else for which the prophets and all of the law hang. He tells us, "Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all of your heart, with all of your soul, and all of your mind." And the second commandment, likewise, you shall love thy neighbor as you love yourself. People, I think, try to justify why they just don't want to follow this. Maybe somebody cuts you off in traffic. Maybe somebody's slow in the line ahead of you. Maybe somebody said something you didn't like, so you decide just to cut them out for a few days, to spite them, whatever it is. These things, although subtle, they make up the character of the man. They make up who you are. They are the way in which you live, the way in which you carry yourself. How do you treat those around you? Whenever you go somewhere and there's someone approaching the door, are you quick to get to that door and hold it open for them? Or are you the first person to let someone out in traffic? Do you make sure that person crossing the road is looked out for? Do you push the button when somebody else can for the elevator? What is it that makes up your character and who you are? We love ourselves greatly in this society. We often find any way we can to indulge ourselves, whether it's food or pleasure, whether it's TV or entertainment, going out seeing the sights in the town. We spend a lot of effort in making sure that we're taken care of. But that's not loving someone else as yourself, that's loving yourself as yourself. Nothing can be gained from that. To truly find happiness and peace in your life with Christ, it takes certain things people are not willing exactly to do. Most people are not willing to sacrifice themselves for the happiness of others. They say that they will. They'll make small gestures, but when the time comes, they just act out of instinct, sometimes baser instinct. It's almost like self-preservation. But when we all come together and we look out for the needs of those around us and not the needs of ourselves, by everyone doing this, we get to a place where we all find peace and happiness. Christ told us that the kingdom of God is all around us. He told us that God is in us and that the kingdom is here, in the now. Some people like to misinterpret these verses and misconstrue them to think that we're gods or we're Jesus or something of this nature. A lot of that is a fairy tale. The truth is that we have the control to make this world what we want it to be. If you went before God and said, "God, why do you allow the hungry? Why do you allow the poor? Why do you allow all the suffering?" And he would probably respond that he would ask us the same. We have free will. And in doing so, we have the ability to follow the most simple of commandments that he asks for us. I'm a Gentile, I'm not a Jew. I don't have the Torah and all of the Mosaic laws to follow. It's not the world that I was brought up in. It's not what's asked of me. What's asked of me is a few simple things. One, to believe that Christ, above all else, is the only way to the Father. He is the only way. No one else comes to the Father except through him. And more importantly, to know what it truly means to love one another as yourself is something a lot of us are not willing to do. We pretend that we do. But in time, you'll realize you're not as good as you think you are when you hold yourself to higher standards, when you truly hear what he has to say. He's a measuring stick by which all things are measured. Thank you for taking the time truly look in on yourself, taking the time to be here. I appreciate it so much. Thank you. Let it be done.